identified by the parish council about 6 years ago, before COVID, as a place that had the potential to be doing more for nature. It was overgrown with brambles, as high as just a little bit lower than that dock road. The whole thing was covered in brambles. And we got the Kent Wildlife Trust to come and do a survey, and they, because we worried that we might be destroying important habitat if we started attacking the brambles, but they said no, it was so dense, nothing really could live in it. A few birds could eat the berries at the top, but maybe a fox would use it as somewhere to hide, but apart from that, it's not going to be any use to nature. So we went ahead and started cutting back up the brambles, and we did really well by hand. A group of us, a workshop. We had a few workshops and working parties, and there were local volunteers, and we came and had to go a few weekends in a row. And then one of the neighbours over there, a couple who live on the end, they couldn't bear the sight of us sweating anymore, and they came and bought hired a piece of machinery and came and took everything, all the brambles down for us. So we had a baseline.
I'm Kerry Briffett. I am the Biodiversity and Sustainability Lead at Southern Housing. My role is to support biodiversity within our natural land areas and to encourage our residents to reduce their environmental impact through reduced energy, water, waste, and just sharing awareness of how they can do that. I became involved in this project when I first joined Southern Housing 3 years ago. We had a request for us to help a local community orchard in an area that we have a lot of properties in, a lot of residents, and the trees were suffering not being able to be watered. So we spoke to our social impact team. They assigned a contractor, and through our social value in our contracts, we had a contractor come out and they installed a shed with a whole rainwater harvesting system. So the orchard volunteers are now able to water their trees. So that was their first lot of funding, and we've actually just successfully installed features for the second round of funding, including a nice bench here and some signage so people know what trees we've been put in here and what areas of the orchard there are.
My son, who was volunteering here, was working here not last year, and a young family, a couple with 2 small children, came and spoke to him and said that the reason they chose to come and live here was because of the orchard, because it's just, the kids love to come here and go on an adventure. They like to come and have a look at the hedgehog houses, and they like to look in the pond, and they like to go and look at the butterflies, and which is really great. And there's a few elderly people here who come and sit and enjoy the space a lot.
Well, we want it to be accessible for those that want to come here, and that includes insects, birds and bugs, as well as humans. It's always going to be, I think, semi-wild, but we just hope that it gets lots of use, and hopefully we'll have a few more insects running around than we do at the moment.
I think encouraging developers to sign up to the Homes for Nature commitment. Some developers do, but I think if we encourage all of them to do it, then it means that every new development will have bird boxes or bird bricks, bee bricks and hedgehog highways. So there's a lot of developers that have done that already, but encouraging more, that means you will see successes the whole way across. I think being able to refer to what residents really want. We know our residents will live for longer in houses that have got nice natural green areas that are well managed, and actually it's in the developer's best interest to make sure the natural areas are attractive, because people will buy the houses. So it's giving the customers what they actually want.
You got one there, you got one there. Oh, I'm jealous.
Oh, sorry.
There is a biodiversity in housing network where 45 HAs are on, and if any of us have any information, we share that with each other to see if we can work on projects nearby with each other. I see the joy of residents seeing the birds coming in to the boxes we've put in. I see the relaxation of our residents in our community gardens, and I see the absolute connection of their health and well-being with nature, and making meaningful friendships, because some people go to the community gardens as the only time that they get out and they actually interact with people. So that is my favourite part of the job. That inspires me to carry on doing what I'm doing.